Good morning, fellas. It's Active Aussie here, 11:45 a.m. Tuesday morning. Just a fairly brief video in regard to Australia's gun laws, what I like to call Australia's red herring gun laws. And I made a short video in regard to this just over a week ago. I mentioned it and I said I'd make a longer video, so here it is. Recently, I've been listening to a channel by a fellow down in Melbourne, The Wasp Files, by Paul Moder, and his channel is in regard to Port Arthur, the Port Arthur massacre way back in April 1996, and he goes into all of the strange coincidences and inconsistencies in regard to that event. And he's done quite a lot of research. It's a really good channel, and I've felt that Port Arthur was a false flag, felt this way for quite a while. I've been very skeptical and cynical about it. But anyway, recently on that channel, Paul made a video about Australia's gun laws. I think it was not long after the so-called Bondi massacre, and he talked about how there have been at least 13 mass shootings, or what could be classified as being mass shootings, in Australia since April 1996. And I think to classify as a mass shooting, it has to be 3 or more fatalities. And there have also been hundreds of criminal shootings related to gangs and criminal enterprises, etc. And each week in Sydney and Melbourne, or almost daily, every second day or so, that there are shootings in Sydney and Melbourne, and it's happening all the time now. But I think at the current time there are at least 3 million registered firearms in Australia, and at least 1 million, possibly 1 million unregistered firearms. So if certain individuals want to get their hands on these weapons, they certainly can. And in 2023 and 2024, there was a fellow at Logan City, just south of Brisbane, who was going around late at night shooting up shop fronts with either, I think it was an AK-47 or an Uzi 9mm Carby. I'm not sure exactly which one it was. And I think he just liked to listen to the glass smashing in and watching the windows get blown in. But obviously, if he wanted to, he could have gone to a shopping mall during the day and shot the place up and possibly killed a lot of people. So there are a lot of firearms out there in the community, and Australia, generally speaking, is not as safe as it's made out to be. And obviously there are certain groups of people who have a vested interest in saying that Australia is a safe place, especially the tourist industry, but other industries as well. But it's not as safe as it's made out to be, and there are a lot of weapons available out there. And often you will hear anti-gun lobbies in various countries talking about how Australia's gun laws are so successful and we should copy them, that sort of thing. But it's really just not true. It's a type of misinformation. So that's why I wanted to make a video in regard to this. Just to touch on something else, you've obviously seen what's going on in the Middle East, Iran, USA and Israel. I'm not sure what to make of it, to really make of it. There could be some unintended consequences, so to speak. So I guess we'll just have to wait a bit longer, another few more days or a week or so. The price of fuel, it's already going up, and I've just been out to fuel up the car, and I think in a week or so it's going to go up a lot more. But that's just one consequence. But could be more terrorism around the place. Who knows? So just have to wait and see. I'm going up to Darwin again soon, on Friday actually, so I'll make another video or two videos whilst I'm up there, so look out for those. I hope you're all doing well, and hopefully I can talk to you again soon. Cheers.